students, how are you all? I hope you are all fine. Today we are going to see 9th standard English poem. The title of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost, a nature poet. Though he lived in the city, he liked to write the poem on nature. Right, he was a born American, born on 26 March 1874, and he received 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Even he was called as a special guest at John F. Kennedy's. Who was this John F. Kennedy? A former president of America. He was called a special guest at John F. Kennedy's inauguration. And the poems written by Robert Frost are Road Not Taken, West Running Brook, Mending Wall, After Apple Picking, etc. He was called as a nature poet. Today we are going to see his poem. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Stopping. The speaker of the poet is traveling on a horse in the woods. So what is meant by woods? Woods means forest. So the speaker, the poet is the speaker. The poet stopped. What is meant by stopping? Stopped by woods, near the woods. On a snowy evening. When he stopped on a snowy evening, on the evening time when the entire place was filled with the snow. Snow, a mass of ice is called as snow. So the poet is speaking. The poet, Robert Frost, is traveling on a horse. He imagined himself that he was traveling on a horse. He passed through the forest. When he passed through the forest, he stopped there. Whose woods? Whose? It refers to the owner of the forest. Whose woods? Woods means forest. These are, I think I know. I know who is the owner of this place. I know who is the owner of this place. The author, riding on a horse in the woods, he says that he knows whose place is this. His house is in the village though. The owner of the woods house is in the village. So the owner of the forest is now in the village that I know. The poet says that the owner of the woods, I know who is the owner of the wood. The owner of the wood is in the village. He will not see me stopping here. He will not see me. Who is this he? The owner of the woods is called as a he. The author is saying that he will not see me. The owner will not see me. Me refers to the poet. Will not see me stopping here. I stopped here in the forest. That who do not know, the owner do not know. To watch his woods fill up with snow. His entire wood, his entire forest, to watch his woods. That is, owner's woods fill up with the snow. The entire area is filled with the snow. So admired at seeing this sight, I stopped here on my riding horse. That the owner do not know I stopped here. My little horse must think it cured. So the owner was traveling on a horse. Must think it is cure. What does mean by cure? Strange. Why it is strange? Why the author stopped here? Why the man stopped? It really a strange thing. It is a strange for the horse to stop without a farmhouse. So the owner, the author, the Robert Frost, imagined himself that he was riding on a horse. So the horse, it is dwelling on the thought that why the owner stopped here. It was thinking strange to stop without a farmhouse. The horse is thinking that there is no farmhouse at all. Then why the author has to stop here? Between the woods and frozen lake. Now the horse and the owner, they are standing between the woods. Trees on the one side and frozen lake on the other side. Students, here you can imagine that the entire, then there is a fall which is flowing with the snow and finally ends on a lake. So the entire area from the top till the lower level, it is fully filled with the mass of ice. ice pieces, and finally it ends on a lake where you can see the stagnation of the water between the woods and frozen lake. Now where the poet and the horse is standing on the between the woods, in between the woods and the frozen lake. Frozen lake is nothing but entire area is filled with ice. Where it falls, that area alone is filled with the water. The darkest evening of the year, the entire area seems to be dark, very dark. Why the author stopped here? So the horse has a thought. The horse is asking the question in his inner voice. It is inner thought. Why the author stopped here? There is no farmhouse at all. Then why the author stopped here? I told you, the poet along with his horse, he stopped on the wood. So the horse had a doubt why the poet stopped. He gives his harness bell a shake. Here this he refers to horse. Here this he refers to horse. Horse gives his harness bells. What is meant by harness bells? A bell which is connected from the horse to the owner. In simple words we can say kadivalam. That is harness bells a shake. This horse gives a shake onto the owner. That is why you stopped here. What's the reason why you stopped here? To ask if there is some mistake. The horse, it speaks to the owner, why you stop here? What's the problem? What is a mistake in the woods by now? The only other sounds the sweep. So the horse is thinking that what is the noise? The only noise is the sweep. What is meant by sweep? That is the gentle flow of the wind. The horse is thinking that, dwell on the fact that the only sound is the fall of the snow. No other sound. No farmhouse also. Then why? The author stopped here on the woods of easy wind and downy flake. The wind is flowing. Downy flake. What is my downy flake? The small pieces of snow are all falling. That's all. No other. So there were no woods, nothing, no farmhouse. Then why the author stopped here? This is what the thinking of the horse. Now we'll move to the next stanza. The woods are lovely. Lovely. It's very wonderful. Fully filled with the trees. Dark and deep. The entire area is fully filled with the trees. Rich with the snow. The entire area is pleasant. But I have promises to keep. Here, the speaker of this line is the author. The author admired at seeing this location. He was not at all interested to move because the entire area looks majestic. But he has to move. I have to move. Who is here I? I refers to the poet. The poet says that I have promises to keep. I have my duty. I have to move. See, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The author stressed two lines here. One, sleep, refers to general sleep, but everyone sleeps at night. Other, sleep, refers to the eternal sleep. See, the author says the entire area looks so lovely, dark and deep. The entire area looks filled with the trees, with the snow, look majestic. But I have promise. I have promises. In the sense, I have my duty. I have to proceed my duty. And miles to go. I have to travel on miles. Before I sleep, before I go to bed, I have to travel. And miles to go before I sleep. Yes, here is also before my death. So one sleep refers to the general sleep of everyone. Other sleep refers to the eternal sleep, that is death. So before I have my death, I have to travel on my life. I have to achieve my life. That's all, students. Students, I think you all understood the poem. Stopping by woods on snowy evening. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.